fun fact, did you know that in every episode of Seinfeld, they hid a Superman somewhere in the shot? Good day, Kristen, Dani, and Nicole. It is Tuesday, February 7th. Today, I'm going to get right to what I'm doing because it's going to take so much time because I'm so excited to explain this to you all and to all of the viewers that we don't have. Though you are all Whovians just as I am, you are all going to hear about the beautiful show, Doctor Who, with the help of my brilliant Doctor Who book. Here we go. First off, Doctor Who is a British television show. It started in 1963, ironically the day after JFK was assassinated. It's been going ever since. It took a quick break of about 7 years, started up again in 2005, and now it's bigger, back, and better than ever. Within the show, it focuses on one character whose name is the Doctor. Currently looks like that. I say currently. I'm going to explain that to you in a bit. So, the Doctor. No one knows his real name. It just goes by the Doctor. The Doctor is not a human, though he may look like one. Here we go. He is a Time Lord. I know that sounds incredibly nerdy. Bear with me. We're going to get better. He is a Time Lord. He is from the planet Gallifrey. Now, Gallifrey is this planet very far, far away. It is subjected to this thing called the Time Vortex, and because of that, our Time Lord friends here have the ability to, dare I say, travel in time, as the name may suggest. Also, because of this, Time Lords, they do not age, rather they regenerate. So, like, if, say, in a fatal situation, then they are able to just completely change. Every cell in their body regenerates, and they become an entirely new person, which, in the case of the television show, that means that an actor replaces him, and this is the ingenious reason that this show has been going for nearly 50 years. So, the Doctor. Well, there was a big war between his race of the Time Lords and this race known as the Daleks, seen here. Big war happens, bad stuff happens, Daleks lose. Excuse me, let me try that again. The Time Lords lose, and so the Doctor is left. He's the only Time Lord left in existence, and so here is where we currently are. So now we're left with a lonely 945-year-old person who has nothing to do, and wait, he has a spaceship. He has a ship that can travel through time and space. It may look like a police box from 1963, which for people my age who have no idea what that is, it's this thing where you stick people in them, and then you call the police, and, you know, and they come and pick them up for you. That's supposed to be a disguise, but it stopped working one time when he traveled to 1963, and now it forever looks like a police box. His spaceship is known as the TARDIS. Yeah. It stands for Time and Relative Dimension in Space. That's very complicated. Here we go. We have the Doctor, we have the TARDIS. He is in the TARDIS, travels around, goes to several planets. Are we good? We're good. The Doctor has a way of always having a companion, which is supposed to sort of help the audience relate to our quirky, crazy little alien friend here. And conveniently, our companion is always some young, attractive female in her 20s. Currently we have the wonderful Amy Pond portraying that role. Always leaves you to wonder if there's some sort of little romantic thing going on. There never really is, but, you know. Ironically, this show, as nerdy as it is with our Time Lords and our TARDIS and many aliens, including the Daleks, this is one of the biggest shows, and people often wonder why. I've been told that the reason for this is because the settings are so incredibly different. Like, you'll have one episode where you're in the 51st century, and you'll have another episode where you're in 18th century France. The other things that Whovians love is there's some of those episodes that are incredibly wonderful and mind-boggling, and then there are those other episodes that are sadly embarrassing, but you love them anyway. So, for example, one of the nice episodes are, you know, there's these aliens called the Silents, where you can see them, and then you turn away and you forget that you've ever seen them. But then there's these other episodes where the alien may be a giant human-sized wasp, who stole jewels and became a sort of murder mystery type person, and none other than the famous Agatha Christie is there to help solve that one. So we have a variety of issues that the Doctor helps, and he goes to various planets. He usually likes Earth. He goes to Earth a lot. Now, as of recently, we have a sort of special companion of the Doctor's. I know they're actually bringing a love interest into the show, and her name is River Song. Spoilers if you've been catching up, so don't listen, but she's actually the daughter of that young companion that I showed you earlier, Amy Pond. River Song is part Time Lord, which is very complicated, and they lead you to believe that she's also the wife of the Doctor. She also travels in time, but the fun part is she travels this away while the Doctor travels this away, so every time they see each other, he knows her more and she knows him less. Probably what I have to find incredibly wonderful about this show is that it has this sort of inspirational, positive outlook of the world. It makes humans look like that they're always growing and everything's getting better. The Doctor never fails to save the day, and there's always good moral messages at the end of the story each time. It's one of those shows that, you know, even if you're not an incredible nerd as I am, it's still one that many people can enjoy, and it's just awesome. Anyway, that's my rambling about Doctor Who. I recommend that you watch it, even as people in America, even if you know, often in America, I'll talk to people about the show Doctor Who and they think I'm crazy because they've never heard of it before. So, we're gonna start a franchise here because that show is awesome. So, that's it for my ramblings on Doctor Who. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I know you, Chris and Dani and Nicole, already know all about it, but I just kind of wanted to talk about it because I think it's so cool, and it's something that I'm proud of to have so much knowledge about. So that's about it. Thanks for watching. Dani, I'll see you tomorrow. Nicole, I'll see you Thursday. Perhaps we'll end with a fun fact on Doctor Who. Let me just think of one. Fun fact about Doctor Who, the incredibly wonderful TARDIS noise, which is the sound it makes whenever it takes off or lands from any place, was 100% synthesized. It was inspired by the sound of a car key being swept up and down the large chord of a piano. So that's a bit interesting tidbit for you. Alright. Goodbye. Goodbye. Best wishes.